my name is Nick, and this is Electric Guitar 101. Just a quick little video that I threw together for those of you who are just starting to learn guitar or just bought an electric guitar and you're ready to go. So I've been playing for about 5 or 6 years. I got my first guitar when I was 15, and I actually learned from a book. So I'm self-taught and never really had the time or the desire to go to lessons. So I just went from the book and picked up some things along the way. So these are just a couple things that I have picked up that I want to share with you guys and hopefully get you started very quickly. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get to know your guitar. Every guitar is different for one. This is a PRS, but most guitars will have the same parts in them. So we'll start at the top here. These are the tuning pegs. This is what the strings are strung through to help you tune your guitar. Tuning pegs, tunes your guitar, makes sense. Moving on down, this is the fretboard. Now when I say fretboard, I'm referring to the top of the neck. So this entire piece is called the neck. The fretboard is just on the top of it. The reason why it's called the fretboard is because these metal things right here are called frets. So we'll be referring to frets later on when we're making chords and playing some notes. So moving on down, these are the pickups. All pickups really are magnets. So the magnets pull the signal from the strings and actually just send it through your guitar out to your amplifier, which in turn makes the sound. So these are the pickups, and these knobs right here usually have some sort of volume / tone control for those pickups. So this particular one, I have 2 knobs that control the volume for each pickup separately. So you can blend those to get different sounds. You can also blend the pickup configuration completely to make different sounds again. So an example of that would be, this is in the 4th position. This is a 5-way rotary switch. So this is in the 4th position. This is what it sounds like. Pretty soft and subtle. So when I switch it to the 5th position, it's configuring the pickups in a different way now so that I have a different sound. So we got didn't touch my amp at all, it's just the pickups making different sounds. So you can blend the pickup configuration with the volume controls and get a whole bunch of different sounds that you can choose from. So moving on, right down here, this is the bridge of your guitar. This is mainly how what the strings are usually strung through, whether it's a stop tail bridge or string through body. Just really depends on your guitar, but that's the bridge. That's basically it, all the main parts that we'll be referring to later on. So yeah. Just to show you another example of how the pickups and the tone and volume controls work on a different guitar, this is a Telecaster. Now it has a actual toggle switch here. It's a 3-way switch. It's a little bit different than a Stratocaster, which we'll go over in a minute. So the blend here is forward, that pickup, the middle, these 2 pickups, the bottom, just the back pickup. And that's true for most Telecaster guitars, so if you have a Tele, cool, this is how it'll work. So I'm going to use it right in the front right now. It'll give me more of a high-pitched, kind of twangy, clear, crystal-y sound. This is my volume, and this is my tone. So I'm going to turn my volume up, turn my tone all the way up as well. Get this. Very high-pitched. So if I put it in the middle, now I'm using both sets of pickups, so it'll be a little bit more well-rounded, the tone that is. And the back one is a little bit more punchy, very country, twangy tone. So there's just another example of a different pickup selector in a different guitar. So now I'll go over the Stratocaster. Alright, so here's a Stratocaster, and here's how the setup kind of works for this guy. So you got a 5-way toggle switch right here. which controls the pickup blend between these three pickups. And on top of that, you have an overall volume control and two tone controls. Now, one control will control the higher frequencies, and the other will control the lower frequencies. So again, you can blend them to get the kind of tone that you're looking for. So here's an example. I'll have the tones both almost all the way up on this one, and the volume as well. The pickup all the way back, so we're using the back pickup here. It's very twangy. But if I move it all the way to the front, you'll hear a big difference. It's going to be a little bit more full-bodied, more toneful. So again, that's just another example of a different guitar and how different the pickups will make it sound. So, the last and final thing that we're going to cover before we actually get into some playing is a little bit of music theory. Now, music theory is very in-depth and one could talk for days on end about it, but we're just going to do a quick overview of what music is composed of. So, most people will agree that music is composed of three main things. The first, that is pitch, which is how high or low a certain note will sound. The second is rhythm, and that is pretty self-explanatory. What the feel of the song is, what the groove of that song is, how many beats in a measure, all that jazz. The last and final thing is the dynamics of a song, and that's how soft or harsh a certain song can feel and sound. So with those three things, you could generally tackle any song. So my teaching style generally goes into those three categories. So with that said, let's dive right in.